Okay, I'll do the same. What you are doing, download that file.
Restore. The last one.
And if you can notice, this file has extension, just to put while we're doing it, TWBX. The below file has an extension only TWB. When you save your Tableau work as TWB, Tableau workbook, WB workbook, your data does not get embedded into it. When you save your work as TWBX, your data file gets embedded in it. So then when you share your work with somebody, they also have access to your data. So that's the difference between those two. Okay, so I have that. I'm opening my Tableau, closing that out. While we do these things like Tableau, Azure in a few weeks, please feel free to walk around, help your neighbor. You have a friend at the back who got stuck somewhere, go and help him out. So, it might be difficult for me to run around and help everybody. So if you can help your neighbor, I would really, really appreciate it. I know a couple of people in their introduction mentioned that they have been using Tableau, Power BI at work. So please become my co-instructor today, help your neighbors, people around you out. Everybody here with me so far? Once you open this file?
Can we just?
Everybody good? Can we get started? Okay. So something very simple. We already have a data file in there, which is what I'm using. Right here, please click on this new worksheet. And in the new worksheet, you have this empty canvas here. You can see there are data which you can put on columns. Data you can put on rows. Right here, these are called pre-attentive attributes. In my online recorded lecture, I have spent 10 minutes talking about them, going all the way to 100 years back, that how our human mind is attuned to that. It's coming from evolution, that how this is so connected to human mind, and that's where Power BI and Tableau is from psychological literature using these features. Right here, if you see anything which has exclamation point on it, green color, they are all numerical data, right? Different measures, they're all numerical data, like profits, sales, things like those. And they are green in color. And on the top, you have dimension data, customer name, location, date. And as you can see, they have different symbols, name, field names, things like those. They are blue color. In Tableau world, I don't know why, we call them blue pill and the numbers of numeric data as green pill. Maybe inspired from matrix or something. So these are all green pill and these are blue pill. So let's make a simple chart first. What's a simple chart? Let's show sales by category of products which we have. So let's take category, put it on rows. And then you can take subcategory blue pill and put that on rows as well. If you put something like category which has a hierarchical field, that means it has further subcategories under it, which you will see with date as well. You see that plus symbol, you can click on the plus symbol and it opens to the next one. So if I click on this plus, it goes. So both options are there. Yeah. Now let's take sales green pill and drop it on columns. As first simple basic chart, my real estate I like to call it real estate, but this is canvas. Half of my real estate is free. I'm going to change the view from standard to entire view so that I'm using everything. What else can I do? This.
Change its color.
Yes, so this sales, let's say, is $79,000 and this is $12,000. They're both being shown with the same color, which is not a good thing. Let's have color there. So take your sales green pill and drop it on color. And this is by default what Tableau did, lighter to denser color, bigger number is more dense, and that. If you do not want this color schema, you can select colors, say added colors. And from automatic, you can see right away, this is diversion, sequential, and these are sequential too. All those options are available to us, but we will for now stay with whatever blue color Tableau started for us. Okay. So we are just starting with something simple here. Let me add some filters here as well in the first one. Do I have some location data? Yes, I do. I'm gonna open my location, grab state, blue pill, drop it on filters. Can we do that? Anybody got stuck somewhere? Okay, once you do that, you can see all the states are showing up in my filter. These are not, these states are not showing you, they are in America. Only those states will show up on which, or we have data. So let's say if we didn't have any data on Arizona, it will not show up here. So these are just not randomly all the states in America. These are the states on which we have data. So now I will say all, apply, okay, nothing happened, which is fine. Yes.
Can you go through the filter screen one more time, or just how you pulled it up? You right click it.
So you take the state, drop it here.
Okay, drop it.
And on the filter and say all, and then okay. Nothing happened because we selected all. I'm going to click on this ellipsis again, and now I'm gonna say show filter. And when you say do that, it will show up on right here. And now I will have more options. I can say, okay, I'm giving a presentation. I want to show only Arizona and California, and I can do that. Maybe put Illinois in there too, or all. So you are giving a little bit more capability to your users. I still do not like this filter that much. It's taking too much of my real estate. And when I keep on talking about real estate is, we are creating building blocks first. This is our first building block. We are in the end going to take 3, 4, 5, 6 visualization on a single dashboard. So you can imagine then this whole screen would be 4 visualization. So I am very conscious about how I use my sort of space. So I will change, and I'll come to you and answer you. I'll change this filter type. If you click here, my favorite is always drop down. Because then you can open it up, blow it up, and select whatever you want to. Question?
Sorry, could be a stupid question. How did you get the different shades of blue? I've been trying to.
By grabbing sales and throwing it on color.
And then,
And that's what I'm saying, find a buddy for today's work, sit with somebody so that they take sales bill and drop it on. So you need color.
but it's the same blue.
No, you didn't drop the color, you dropped it on retail. You see the symbol next to it. You just grab it outside and then drop it on sale.
So the date is for only those that are in the data. Are the tables listed only the ones available in the data?
Simply representing our Excel file. Actually, I should have opened the Excel. This is simply an Excel file with all the fields and the data. This is how we have uploaded this data. Guys, just like you know, this superstore data is simply an Excel file which I uploaded from here. You can upload all kind of different files here. all these different files, it's connected to all the different servers here. All that connectivity is also. Let's keep on moving forward fast. Can sales be negative? Sales be negative? No. Profit can be negative. Recreate the same visualization. Click here, open, give it a meaningful name, then click one more, click and create the same visualization, but this time instead of sales, use profit. And the reason I'm gonna do that is because I want to see how you present that.
Well, I was just gonna say, when I do sales and when we handle returns, it counts as negative.
Sorry?
I said I do sales and when we handle returns, it counts as negative. So I have like a negative 5,000.
For the whole year?
But it's not that product.
Okay.
Not here.
So maybe the exception in that those kind of stuff, right?
Dude.
But it will be exactly same as this with one minute change. I'm just trying something different here.
I think yours, oh, yours is because of that, so you'll be.
I'm just going to create a different kind of chart rather than horizontal. The question.
Oh, what was that, the other profit? It's been.
I think they like a scatter plot. They have put, let's say if you have data from 0 to 100, 0 to 10 in one bin, 10 to 20 in another bin. I'm assuming, I'm not 100% sure, but if it says bin, that's what it implies.
So you can still bring some of the data in here.
Okay, guys, the only difference here and your previous visualization was profit, we need to select color schema, which would be now not sequential divergence, because you want to show negative number as red, not at some light blue or anything like that. Luckily, Tableau took care of it itself for us. That's all I wanted you to understand from that part, that how color plays a role. Any question before I move forward? How do I give this sheet's meaningful name? You can double click here and you can say profit by state. Whatever name you give here will go up there on the top as well. So if I give that name, it goes there. Whatever name you give there comes down on the sheet as well. So I'll do it as possible. Now, let's do something different. If you look, go down all the way, you have longitude and latitude. So I'm gonna take longitude are straight, put that on column, take latitude, put that on rows, and I will get the whole map of the world. Tableau, I believe, support North America, South America, Europe, Australia, India, Middle East. I don't know about China, but most of those countries it supports. It has the data. All right. Okay, guys. Let's zoom into America. Zoom into America, which is a little tricky. Click on this button and select this pan. That's what they call it, I guess. And longitude, latitude, and then pan, which will make it easy for us to zoom into United States. We just have a basic chart. Let's add something to it. Let's add the name of the state. It already has the name of the state. We can still add more. I'm gonna grab state and drop it on label. So we get our own labels. I want to take, you can take profit or sales, doesn't matter. Profit on color. And now you can see your various sale by color. And as you can see, we have data on Canada as well. I am going to use a filter and remove Canada just so that we are not our 51st state yet. Just so that we can have a little more, I can just click onto it, say exclude. Exclude, click exclude, just so that our focus is mainly on. I have no idea, we had states above, Iowa, is that there, right, next to New York?
My grand's it now.
No, Right, guys, now, the other thing you can now do is go to map. And you have all these options to play around with your map. Background maps, one of the most ones is map options, oh, sorry, not map options. Map background layers, where you can add city name, streets name, counties, zip codes, things like that. One of the other project I did where we showed where free Wi-Fi is available in Phoenix. So I zoomed in all the way in Arizona, and there we were using zip codes, city names as well. At country level, you really do not, but that's something you can do with all those map options available to you. One more thing I'll say about map is, if you are using map, one thing you should be careful is what to do with Hawaii and Alaska data. I don't know if anybody from Alaska here? Alaska is 1/3 the size of America. So if I include Alaska here, this whole view goes haywire. So sometimes you have to purposely exclude Alaska or Hawaii, otherwise it will not fit into one screen, because you can see that Alaska is so, that's how you have to show it then. What we do mainly, one of the main things we use these maps is, of course, to show our data. The other thing we'll use it on a dashboard. I can use this visualization as a filter for other visualizations. So rather than selecting states from here, I can connect this visualization with this visualization, and whatever I select from here visually, like that, easily, it gets reflected on other visualizations. So that's one of the main advantage of using. Right here, I have one example for you. So right here, I create this dashboard. So if I click on California, all the other charts are reacting to that. So it becomes easier to show that kind of your work like that.
So you said like someone could have a profile that's public and share these things that they're creating.
You don't have to share, you will only share your final project.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, so right here, server, Tableau public, you can save your work to Tableau public through there, which is available to everybody. And you can also publish, if you have your own client, if your company has, then you can save it internally as well. For that, it has to sign in, and then you can save it internally to your own server too. But you need a Tableau site for that. They call it Tableau site. You have to pay license fee for that. So this one available to everybody, open to public. Facebook, yes. 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 Guys, are we ready to move forward? I want to do one now with date. So I will take order date right there on columns and drop sales there as well. Just as I mentioned earlier, you have this plus symbol. You can open the date to quarter, Open quarter to month, month to day, which doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna take the day blue pill and just drop it outside. I think the month is also too much. I'm gonna take the month out too. Do all the order date and you can then keep on opening it. And if you want, I'm gonna now take the year out too, just keep it quarter. So now I consolidated my data for all the 4 years. You don't have to do this next step. I'm just doing it to show it to you. I'm just gonna create a filter with all the years so you can see what we are seeing here. If you click on this date field right here, there are multiple options available to you. This first one, quarter, month, day, it will combine all the years data together for you, which is what it's doing right now. If I go month, it's all my monthly data for all the 5 years. But if I go with the second option, it separates it by year. So rather than me doing some additional work there, I can just select this second option. The first option combines and show it by month. This is month and year. Everybody good so far? We go to the next one. Pretty simple, easy to use tool. Let's now do something called a lollipop chart, which looks like that. So first we'll create a simple lollipop chart, then a little bit more complicated. So take category, risk category. And subcategory, and then grab sales. Okay. And then grab another sales 2 times and drop it there. So now you have 2 visualizations exactly of sales showing the same data. What am I trying to achieve here? I'm trying to do multiple things. One thing is when you have so many series of data, it becomes difficult to differentiate. So I want to add the circle on the top, which is also of sales. Or I can even add icons on the top by doing lollipop charts. Like for example, this you can do that and very easily. So it's multiple sales twice there. How do I do that? I'll show that to you in 5 minutes. Of course, we don't have all these symbols. We have simpler simple symbols, but I'll show you how you can even do this. Okay, guys, now our goal is to combine these 2 charts together so that they both overlap on each other, so that we can manipulate one of them to add some shape to it. Okay, so go click on the second green sales pill and say dual axis. And once you do that, it got combined together and it got a little bit haywire, which is okay. We'll fix it in a minute. Everybody here with me so far? The key thing to see here is you have a sales card, which is for the first sales bill, and then you have sales 2 card, which relates to the second sales bill. Okay. So click on the first sales card, which relates to the first one. And right here, so far we have not touched this. It says automatic. Change that to a bar. Change that to a bar. Go to the second sales card and change that one to a circle, square, whatever you want to. Okay. And let's increase its size a little bit. And I'm gonna change that to standard to entire view. Maybe I'll change its color to something else. So right now, this color I changed, I guess this is some version of blue. It has no meaning to it. I just put blue. It's not showing me any numbers or anything. If I want to be a little bit more better in my work, I can drop sales second. And now you can see I added a little bit more information to my data. Now the circle means more sales or low sales. So you're adding more information as well. It's up to you if you want to add that much information to your work. Let's increase its size a little bit more. Okay. One thing I did not do before, which we should do right away, because right now we are using sales and sales, unlike sales and profit. There's something called synchronized access. So if I right click here, synchronize access. Right now, I'm creating this chart with both same series of data, sales and sales. The next one I want to create with sales and profit, which might have different scale. Profit always a smaller number. So we'll do synchronized access. What that does is now the top and bottom became exactly same, which they were same before too. And now I don't need to have the top one show, and I can uncheck show header. So I'll have a little bit more space. And I am going to drop sales green pill on my second sales card to have that number show up there too. Just doing a lot of things there. We will not do all that data in our real visualization. I'm just trying to show you some of the options possible. Numbers doesn't look that great. I want to make this number look better. Let's do that. First of all, everybody here with me, they have their number showing up.
No, I don't have the number. I dropped the second sales pill.
On the label for the second. Okay, got it. So guys, click on this label right here. Oh, no, it's not there, sorry. It's cool. Yes. Guys, click on this green pill of sales, which you dropped on label, and click on format. Click on that format. And now we have formatting options available to us. I'm gonna use the first one and numbers. I'm gonna say currency. I'm gonna remove the decimal points. I don't need it. I'm gonna change that display units to 1000 so that number becomes smaller. It does. If it was even bigger number, I could have used millions, billions. I don't know what billion the G is. So I'm just gonna do that. And I'm gonna change the font to blue. And maybe, bold blue is good. That's all I'm doing for now. There are some other things you can do. We are not touching them for now. Okay. Now I'm going to come back to the same sales, but this time to the pre-attentive attribute called labels. And right here, there's an option called alignment. With the alignment, I will move this number inside the circle, just so that it looks better. How do I reach there? Go to the second sales to card, click on label, and right here is alignment. I think this one, yep, that makes it in my favor. Just making our work a little bit more beautiful. Now, the chart looks really good, I would say.
How did you reduce the, did you do the form, how did you reduce the number of numbers you're showing in the?
When I did the number formatting, I selected currency, custom, and pause it. Right here, format, right here. Ben,
Number.
Just let us do this. So.
Used to.
just want to show you some of my work here. This is my one lollipop chart. This is my second lollipop chart where it's now vertical. And the size is sales there. And this is, let me show you how we did that. Okay. Guys, I am going to modify this same one. So what I'm going to do is, instead of in the second sales, instead of this being circle, now I'm selecting an option called shape. Okay, so I'm changing that from circle to shape. Now what that shape does is, if you click down on the shape, more shapes. We have all these schema available to us. And you can select whatever schema you want to.
Where was more shapes?
Right at the bottom, right here. It's not working right now perfectly because we did not drop sales on shape. So we have to do that first. Take shape, drop it on shapes. Okay, so that now, as you can see, it's representing different subcategory by different symbols right there. And if I want, I can change those by different color patterns. Okay, so what all of these shapes are, I believe, that we, I don't want to use too much time on those things, but wherever your Tableau is installed, if you open your Tableau folder, there is a folder called shapes. You open that shape folder, you will see under that further subfolders, one would be called one would be called arrows, one would be called bars. You create another folder there. You call it, let's say, superheroes, and you put GIF of Iron Man, whoever, Superman. No, we don't want to mix Marvel with what's the other one? DC, yeah. So you can create your own GIF. The only thing you have to remember when doing that, like how I did, in my shapes, I have, where is it? I have only one, sorry. I have only one, I have Iron Man there. So, but what you need to do is, this GIF, whatever name you give it, it has to match your data. What do I mean by that? So, let me go back to my presentation. Yes. So like in this case, as you can see, they are showing sales of various chocolates or companies, and they have their symbol on the top. So when they saved the first shape, they named it M&M's. The second one they shaped as Hershey's chocolate. So these name has to match for these GIFs, these shapes you are getting. That's all you have to take care of. If the name matches, Tableau will assign it to the right categories. Okay, so this looks very impactful, very good, creating these kinds of charts. Those are your lollipop chart. Next, we will create a version of lollipop chart, which can also be called a thermometer chart, because we are placing one chart inside another. And which makes a lot of sense for categories like profit and sales. We'll do this one and maybe one more. I know everybody's getting tired and I want to give you some time to work on your project too. So let's just do two more visualizations. Even though I wanted to do more, we'll do lollipop, this thermometer chart, donut chart. And I don't know if you, after that, if you will have, maybe we'll do all these next time. So let's create a thermometer chart. So go to a new one, put category and sales again in rows, category and subcategory. But this time we will put sales and profit. Two different series. No. Everybody good? Let's click on the second pill and say dual axis so that both those series are now laid over each other. Okay, all good. I want to make both sales and profit as bar chart. So I'm going to go to the first one, change that from automatic to bar. Go to the second one, change that also to a bar. Something is amiss here because my profit is not that high for phones or binders. And the reason the data is not shown correctly right now is, right now you can see how synchronizing access makes a difference. Sales is up to 350,000, profit is up to 50K. Tableau doesn't show which one to use now. Tableau doesn't know, it's getting confused. That's why the data is shown in the wrong way, because profit goes only to till 50K, sales go to 350K. They are different scales. Let's synchronize both those with each other. So right click and say synchronize access, and now they both are same. And now we can uncheck the top ones. We don't have to have redundant information. Now, to make things a little bit more clear, I will make the profit bar smaller in size so that like a thermometer, mercury, it goes inside the sales. So I'll just reduce its size a little bit. And other one, I'll maybe increase its size a little bit just so that it. Couple of other things I can do. I can again drop profit now. Where's my profit? Profit under label, so it shows there. Do some formatting. Just something which we did previously too. Maybe I should change the color schema for profit to show it as negative number too. I should change that color schema to, is there green and red? Maybe red and gold. Guys, we only added filter in our first one. After that, I did not tell you to add filter. We have to add filters in all our visualization. So what kind of filter goes here? Because of interest of time and just to teach you, in this one, I will add two filters. I'll put sales. When you put sales, it's numeric. It asks you what kind of filter do you want? Sum, average, median. If I do sum, it includes all the data. Next, then it asks me, do you want range of values, which is like slider, at least, at most, or some special case. I'm gonna say range of values, okay? Then show filter, and now I can see, only show me sales which are minimum this much or maximum. And you can do something same with profit too. So we always have to add filters to add more functionality to our visualizations. Okay, which we did not, we stopped doing it because I wanted to just quickly show you how to make this. Remember, when you're doing your project, your work always have filters there. Anything I can answer before we move to our last visualization of the day? Yes.
How do you get the parentheses around the negative numbers?
It depends on what kind of schema you have used. So if you remember from accounting class, parenthesis also means a negative number.
Right.
So I selected that to show a negative number with that, or you can select this one too. Either way. Because we have so far not, because of the limited time, I will not be able to show you, at least in my course, any calculations which you can do. In Tableau, you can do a lot of data manipulation by doing calculations, by creating new fields, things like those. It's called LOC or calculations, which I would recommend that you study after this course is over, explore that on your own. To show you something very simple, you can, like, I did some calculations here. So for example, this is one calculation I did where I wanted to use profit in certain manner, but I only wanted to show profit as positive, so I did some calculation. I'll show you at least 1-2 calculations in the next class for sure. Right now, let's create a donor chart. I created this calculated field. What is a calculated field? Something which does not exist in our data set. We created it to use for our analysis. It will not go back to our data set. It will stay only for our analysis. For example, you have date of birth. I don't want to use date of birth in my analysis. I'm going to use age. So I'll create a calculated field. Today's date minus somebody's date of birth. Give me the answer in the YY years. It's a calculated field. In this one, I created this calculated field, just putting 0 there. 0 means nothing. And the reason I'm doing for that is I just need 2 empty canvases so that I can create the pie chart there, the donut chart there. So just take the 0 and put it on rows 1 time and 2 times. What I'm doing is I'm just creating 2 empty canvases. Entire view so that it becomes bigger. So now in the first sum 0, instead of automatic, say this is a pie chart. And I am going to drop sales, severe sales on color. Why is it not working?
It's probably total sales.
1 second. So this is the first one. This is my second one. When I change it to pi, it should have changed to pi. What am I doing wrong here?
You not have nothing, is there supposed to be nothing in columns, or you're supposed to have in columns? Lord.
And sales is numerical data. I have to use dimensional data, region or state or something. Sorry, guys, let's find region or state. Take state and put it under, yep, now. it's dividing up, okay? That's our first step. I want to now bring this circle on top of this circle. And the reason I'm showing you this donut chart is that how creatively you can use your existing tools. So do dual axis. When you do dual axis, the lower circle is now on top of the pie chart. So I'm gonna go first to my pie chart and increase its size. Okay. And now I'm gonna go to my second sum zero, increase its size too. And instead of it being a green color, I'll change it to white color. Right away. Now I can add data to it, but see, there's nothing called donut chart which exists in Tableau. We just created our own. So I'm putting a circle inside a pie chart. Which are being creative about it. And now in the first one, I can put sales on label. I'll put region also on label. So you can see. And in the second one, which is this white circle, I put sales there too. Since there is no slicing of data there, it should show me the whole sales, which is this 2,336. I'm gonna use that alignment to bring it in between, sorry. Alignment to bring it in between, yes, I did. And I'm gonna do one more thing which we have not done so far. I'm gonna click the label again. We just not changed the alignment. Now I'm gonna click on this text, which has the sales there, and I'll add a label myself. Total sales of all regions. Just to DOT, just to add a little bit more info there.
Can you explain how you got the inner
Yeah.
circle on some?
Sorry, this one.
Yeah, one step back.
I mean, how to put the label there or?
Just the circle in general,
Okay,
the donut, yeah.
Circle, not a donut.
let's do it again.
I get it.
Zero.
Change the size.
Okay. On zero, I am saying make it a pie chart. The second zero, I'm saying make it a circle. Okay. Then you said dual axis. So now the circle is on top of my pie chart. Size of my pie chart like that. And this thing changed to entire view. And for my circle, I change its color to white.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, I have two axes.
Okay, then Ross, this is what I'll do. I'll stop right here to give you 15 minutes to talk about your data visualization.
Oh, yeah, you just cover it.
If you need me, call me.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'll label.